Hello there, it's Shaldi at Leads Panda, and today we are going to go over 10 key elements to giving concise and clear content brief for writers. A must for content marketing success. Many writers feel confused or even clueless when receiving content writing instruction from their clients or bosses. The writer is not sure what is required and how to proceed. There are three scenarios that could arise from this problem. Problem number one, writers waste time trying to understand what you want, and as a result, they miss the deadline. Problem number two, you spend a lot of time communicating, going back and forth with writers, resulting in frustration on both the ends. Problem number three, the writers just create content based on how they interpret your brief, even if they don't 100% understand the requirements. As a result, you receive mediocre content or content that is totally off the mark. Whether you're working with a content marketing agency, freelancers, or in-house writers, the quality of your content brief greatly influences the quality of work you get. Grist founder Andrew Rogerson put it perfectly. Why is article brief such an essential tool? Because it leaves no room for doubt and only as much as room for interpretation as you see fit. As a marketer, you may have a very clear idea of what you want the final feature, blog post, or infographic to look like, but don't assume the writer will share the same idea without a written brief. The more time you spend upfront defining what you want, the less will be spent fixing it to match what you need. Your brief should be detailed enough so whoever is writing the content has sufficient information to produce the quality of content you want to achieve. Additionally, your brief should also be concise enough as not to be overloaded content creators with too much unnecessary data that might confuse them. Here are 10 key elements your content brief should include, plus a useful bonus template at the end. To give it more clarity, we will use 10 key elements to giving concise and clear content brief for writers as a blog topic and discuss how to develop the content brief example. First is working title. It's called a working title because you're giving your writers some leeway to change the headline for a better, more attention-grabbing version. It also allows them to adjust the number of items for list posts depending on the amount of information they were able to research. For example, of working title, X key elements providing clear content brief to writers. Second is target audience or readers. A lot has been said regarding the importance of creating content avatars. To reiterate, your writers need to know who they are writing for in order for them to write the content that fulfills a marketing purpose. They need to be able to match the expectations of the target readers for the content to be valuable and effective. Providing this information in your content brief is crucial for the content to have a solid marketing backbone. So, target audience for our example blog, 10 key elements to providing clear content brief to writers is business owners and content marketers who are working with an internal team of writers or outsourcing the content to agencies or freelancers. They're experiencing some difficulty getting the content they want, and oftentimes they experience miscommunication with their writers. Third is brief overview or storyline. Include a few sentences of what you expect the content to talk about, the overall concept. In 2 to 3 sentences, what is the main storyline of the content? For our example blog, the overview would say something like this. This post should talk about the important things that an effective content brief should contain. Discuss information that business owners or content marketers need to provide to a writer to achieve high quality written and marketing aligned content. Fourth is objectives. What results are you trying to achieve? Do you just want to provide value to readers? Are you trying to generate more leads by having a content offer within the article or blog post? Do you want readers to buy something after reading the post? Provide clear objectives so your writers will know the end goal of the content. Example of objective could be this post is aimed to provide value for the readers to reinforce our company's positioning as a leader in content marketing. There will also be an offer at the end to download a template to create a content brief. Fifth, fifth point is tone or personality or style. Depending on the topic, you can instruct your writers to use specific tone or voice. You also need to specify whether you want them to use the first, second, or third person to write the piece. Example instruction for tone and style could be the article should be conversational and casual. Feel free to use humor. Write the article in the second person. Sixth point is the length. Your content will vary in length. For evergreen content that you want to rank high on search engine result pages, the ideal length should be between 1000 to 2000 words. However, for trending or breaking news topics, it could be lower. Your content brief should specify the range in terms of the number of words you require, so your writers will know whether they are writing long form or short form content. This also affects the amount of research your writers need to do, as well as estimating the time required to write the content. For example, a 1000 to 1500 word article. Number 7 is target keywords. Contrary to popular brief, search engine optimization is not dead. It just evolved from the black hat SEO of the past to the content driven search engine marketing practices of today. Make sure you know what keywords you are targeting for every content and communicate these keywords to your writers so they can incorporate them appropriately. Example of targeted keywords for our post would be content success, content brief, content marketing. Eighth is call to action. This is closely tied to item 4 in the brief, which is your objectives. Every content should have a call to action. Without it, the content will just go to waste and it doesn't prompt your readers to do something that is in line with your business or your marketing objective. Every content should have a primary and a secondary CTA. The primary CTA should be in line with your main objective. The secondary CTA should be related to the content engagement. For example, share the content on social media or leave a comment. Example, primary CTA for our blog will be download your content brief template. And the secondary CTA for our blog will be share the content on social media. Now, coming to 9th and 10th, deadline and other guidelines. I just combined these last two items as they are pretty straightforward. Of course, you need to specify a reasonable deadline. If you're requesting a 5,000 word, well researched article, don't expect that your writers can deliver it in the following day. As for the other guidelines, if there are any do's and don'ts that the writer needs to be aware of, specify these pointers under this section. In conclusion, having a clear and concise content brief is a crucial element in content marketing success. Content brief forces you and your team to think hard about all aspects of a content concept. It serves as an SOP on how you want something to be written. At the same time, it functions as an early warning device because you are going to immediately see whether a content idea is feasible or not. A clear cut content brief provides a solid framework of your content to ensure that you and your writers are on the same page. The more thought you put in to creating the content brief, the less stressful the actual content development is going to be for both of you and your writing team. The link to download the content brief template is down below. So that's it for today. Those were the 10 key elements to giving concise and clear content brief for writers. If you guys found this information useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, or share it with your colleagues or friends. Also, write your ideas and suggestions in the comment section below if you even have any questions, so we are always there to help you. If you're struggling with your content marketing, I would encourage you to log on to leadspanda.com to learn more about how we can help you. See you next time.